Today marks the beginning of something long overdue. Today we open the hearings of our independent rape gang inquiry. 2 full weeks of evidence, testimony and scrutiny. 2 weeks in which survivors will finally be heard. Back in March 2025, almost 1 year ago, I looked at the broken promises from politicians, and I thought that something had to finally be done. I wanted action, not words. So we launched a fundraiser which would go on to become the biggest political crowdfunder in British history. To everyone who donated, I want to personally thank you. Without your support, this would not be possible. I understand the depth of feeling on this issue, and I am humbled that you placed your faith in us. We will not let you down. This inquiry is about action. We've gathered evidence, we will now listen, and we will then act. Private prosecutions are our ultimate aim. Justice is our ultimate aim. Justice for the girls who were abused. Justice for the families who were ignored. And justice for a country that was lied to repeatedly about what was happening in its towns and cities. We will identify targets for private prosecutions and pursue those individuals through the courts. We will not just talk, we will act. For decades, organised grooming and rape gangs operated in plain sight. Vulnerable girls, white working-class girls, were targeted, trafficked, raped, brutalised, and even killed. Many were children. Many were in care. Many had already been failed by the state before the abuse even began. We must be honest about who has been responsible. This was done primarily by gangs of savage Muslim men. This is a fact that we must face up to, and our inquiry is doing exactly that. In case after case, town after town, the same profile emerges. Organised gangs of predominantly Pakistani Muslim men exploiting vulnerable girls, with authorities failing to act for fear of being accused of racism. The law must not bend for cultural sensitivities, and no community, no institution, and no public body is exempt from scrutiny when vulnerable children are being harmed. What makes this scandal even darker is how many people knew. Thousands and thousands knew and did nothing. Many remain in some of the highest positions of authority even today. Social workers raised alarms. Police officers raised concerns. Teachers, youth workers, and parents pleaded for action. All too often, those warnings were buried. Investigations were delayed. Victims were told they were making lifestyle choices. Offenders were left free to continue abusing, while the system protected itself for fear of undermining this sick, multicultural experiment that has been forced on Britain. This inquiry exists because the official response has been fragmented, defensive, incomplete, fearful, weak, and wholly inadequate. We're here to examine what happened, why it happened, and who failed. We will not shy away from that, regardless of who may be offended. Most importantly, we will centre the voices that were pushed aside for far too long, the survivors. Over the next 2 weeks, this inquiry will hear evidence from survivors, from campaigners who refuse to be silenced, and from experts, from whistleblowers, and from public figures who are willing to confront uncomfortable truths. We owe it to the victims to do this properly, and we are going to do this properly. The mental health and the well-being of survivors is at the heart of everything that we have done, with a team of 5 qualified support specialists on hand to help the survivors through the process. I want to place on public record my thanks to the entire inquiry team. I understand how much effort has gone into getting us this far, and it is sincerely appreciated. We owe it to this country to say clearly and without fear, no ideology, no institution, no cultural excuse, no religion will ever again be allowed to stand in the way of justice. That is why we're here, and that is why these hearings matter. And that is why this inquiry will not look the other way, as has happened for so very long, by so very many. Thank you.